everyone. This is week one of the Postpartum Reset 101. This is a 6-week course for anybody who's just been struggling, trying to push through their postpartum journey. So, this is just to give some practical, real life advice on how to recover better. The better you recover, the better you can support your family. That's what we say here at Core to Care. By the way, my name is Candace. I'm the founder of Core to Care, where we are working to close the postpartum gap by providing access to resources and quality and affordable postpartum coaching. So let's get into it. Today, we're going to walk through what is the fourth trimester, occupational therapy, and how it relates to this business, everyday recovery, setting your own recovery intentions, and this week's activity. So let's start with the reality of postpartum in the United States. One in seven mothers experience postpartum depression or anxiety. You might have seen that statistic floating around. It's very, very true. And it's very sad because 75% of those go untreated, and that can lead to a whole host of long-term problems, including drug abuse, like chronic or long-term depression, anxiety. It can lead to problems with your baby, how they bond and attach to other people, how they bond and attach to you as they grow older. And this is beyond them being a baby, right? This is like into them being, a child, adolescent. So we really need to address this problem and start providing real support for people going through postpartum, which is medically defined as the first 12 weeks after you give birth. The physiological changes, right? That's the hormones, the physical healing is most intense. And that's medically where we kind of focus on. But the actual, what we're calling the fourth trimester is much, much longer than that. Postpartum has been like changes, like getting back to a baseline. It's been seen to take as short as 1 year and as long as 5 years, right? So we have to be honest with ourselves about the extremely short time we're considering postpartum and what we need to address moving forward. And you have to care about you during this fourth trimester season, right? It's not all about the baby, and we are biologically coded, for lack of a better term at the moment, to care about baby during postpartum. We are supposed to, right? We have to take care of this new life, make sure that they eat, drink, and just stay alive and thrive, right? But if you aren't taking care of yourself, there's no way you can adequately take care of your child. And so that's what we're focusing on. Another myth I want to dispel while I have your attention is this myth of, oh, I didn't go through postpartum, right? And I feel like that comes from shortening words, which we do a lot in Western culture, especially in the United States. People are referring to postpartum depression, or they're referring to postpartum anxiety, or some kind of postpartum mental health disorder. But postpartum is not just the disorders. I want to make that very, very clear. So if you've had a baby, you've gone through postpartum. Postpartum literally means after birth. Post, after, partum, birth. Postpartum is after birth. So I don't want anybody to be like, oh, well, I didn't do all of that, or I didn't cry, or I didn't, do all of those things where I was technically depressed, I was technically had anxiety. But you still went through postpartum. You still had to recover. You still had to heal from having your child. So never count yourself out. And this journey is still yours to have, even if it looks different. So support can look different for everybody during postpartum, but generally for your body, rebuilding strength, managing exhaustion and your energy levels, moving, lifting without pain, and finding better rest. That's all under the physical body aspect of it. A lot of people kind of already are in that kind of space or give general advice in that space. Quarter care is more structured towards your daily life, which is creating the routines that work for you, caring for your baby without feeling overwhelmed, which goes into the routines, setting up space to make things easier, and learning how to balance on your plate, and easing back into work and other activities. So please feel free to pause. Something I really encourage is to get a notebook. Go through this journey with me. But I'll just read these questions and you can answer them in your notebook or a piece of paper or even in your notes if you're a notes kind of gal. But what does a good day look like for you right now? What is the one thing you wish someone would help you with this week? What would recovery feel like if you were truly supported? So now easing into our journey for the rest of the week, or yes, for the rest of the week, where we're going to learn how to create a goal. A lot of people went through school and we did SMART goals. This is a simplified version of that, but if you don't know what a SMART goal is, it's a specific, measurable, attainable, I believe it's reachable, and timely goal. So kind of SMART, that's the acronym for it. So this what question follows that specific measurable part of it, which is what do I want to feel, do, or change, right? And then you want to go into why. So this is that A and R, attainable, reachable. Why does it matter to me? Is it something that I can actually do? And how, which is timely. So what is one small step I could take this week, in each week into attaining this goal? So I'm pretty sure I might have brought that up a little bit weird, but you could do a SMART goal or you could do it this way. What, why, or how. So this week is the foundation, right? We are going to create 3 simple recovery goals that you want to meet by the end of the 6 weeks, or maybe you want to be, more achievable. You want to do something longer, but preferably by the end of the 6 weeks, that you can achieve. So today, I just want to empower you, let you know that the 4th trimester is very real and that you deserve support through it, no matter what it looks like for you. And I just want you to know that it is possible to not only get help, but to become the help that you need. And you're not behind, you're not doing things wrong, which is the biggest lie every mother tells herself, or you try to navigate around that to make sure you're not doing something wrong. Like, you're here for your baby, and that's the best thing that you can do. So I will see you guys next week. We'll be talking about sleep, rest, and stress management. Thank you so much for joining me on this first week of Postpartum 101. I'll be looking forward to your feedback and, have a great day. Bye.